So, as you guys know, over the past weekend, there was lots of fighting game announcements and trailers that I missed out on. So we've got a lot of stuff to take a look at. And the first one that I'm going to jump into is the Tekken 8 trailer for Bob. Now, Bob is not a character that I'm particularly, hype or excited for, but obviously Tekken 8, a game that, is one of my main things right now. You know what I'm saying? So I say that I ain't really played no Tekken like that before today for like the past month. Obviously we had a lot going on, but you know what I'm saying? I have not seen this yet.
Hunger's the root cause of conflict. Join me and we'll feed the world.
Oh, Bob, isn't there in the Urban Square stage, isn't there a restaurant called Bob's Burgers? Well, I know Bob's Burgers is also like a TV show or something, but like Bob Onigiri, so he's got his own, it's a different restaurant.
Okay.
Get ready for the next battle.
Does Bob have a last name? Oh, wait, this nigga, does he have a skateboard? Whoa, what, boy, if you don't get your big ass, hold on, what? You see? Now y'all know damn well. Nah. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Ain't no way. Okay, roll stance is definitely gonna be a thing. I'm rocking with the tunes though. Also, this costume is kind of reminiscent of like Slim Bob a little bit. You know, the red jumpsuit kind of giving those vibes. He's not about to have an install because I haven't seen this trailer. All of these trailers, like I know, what's coming. Like I know Bob is obviously in this one. I know about Lux and Samira showing up in the 2XKO trailer and stuff. So like I know what the characters are, but I ain't seen the actual content. If he has an install where he turns into Slim Bob or something, I'm gonna lose it. Not necessarily in a good or bad way. I'm gonna just laugh my ass off. I think. Like if he activates heat and gets skinny, I'm on some butterfly choji shit. I swear to God.
Cheap shots just don't work on my perfect.
Oh, that boy shot. What is that, Ty? What's like? What are we doing here, man? Oh, didn't that throw used to be a launcher? Butt slam. He throwing ass. So that's his heat smash, I assume. Was that so like these little like words and stuff popping up, is that just for the trailer? There's onigiri popping out when he does his heat smash. Is this just for the trailer? Does this actually show up when he does his heat smash for real? And then there's burgers. Is that a donut? Or is that just another? No, this is a burger. That's a rice ball. Is that a donut? Might have been a donut.
Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. You know why I love eating onigiri? Kugarana. Because onigiri also means to slay devils.
Is that tough? That's kind of hard. I'll give it to you. I did not expect a special intro with Kazuya, but I give it to you. The blue spark?
Eat your calories out.
Eat your calories out?
Roar my fists. Feel the power. You'll need to spend the rest of your life paying for all your sins.
Yo, son. Share? he's chock full of personality. I'll give him that. This is like I said, I don't really got too much to say. I don't know a ton about Bob. I'm not interested in Bob. I'm not going to be playing this character at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't expect like ranked content or me playing this character on stream. He's just not. That's not my cup of tea. But for those who are Bob fans, he seems pretty hype. I mean, he seems like he's doing more, stance 50-50 slot. But that's par for the course of the game. It's crazy too, because I love stance characters and mix-ups and stuff like that, right? Like I play those types of characters fighting games all the time. I mean, I've played Huadong like forever, right? But it was cool when it was like a couple. It's not as cool when everybody do it, but that's just how it is, because like this, every character in this game is a stance mix-up character now. Still got some time left in this trailer though. What else is coming? Early access August 19th. That's about a month and a half from now. Why does he have a skateboard? Why does he skate? Is that part of his lore? Did Bob used to be a skater at some point? I know he was like a karate world champ, and like the whole reason he gained weight was because he's like, he didn't feel like he had enough power, so like he put on the weight to get stronger. But like,
the hero has arrived.
I hate this costume. I feel like it did his face some favors though. Like, I don't know if it's the eyes or what, but he looked a lot more handsome than I remember in Tekken 7. I think they just gave him like some really pretty ass eyes. There's something else coming. They gonna show some Yujiro shit? No, probably some Roger shit.
No, sugar.
Oh, this is the... No way. That's the fucking... There's a video that went viral a long time ago. Like they reference... That's funny. There's like a guy whose dog was getting like attacked by a kangaroo, and then he jumped in and punched it one time to save it. That's funny. That's a cool little reference.
No, sugar.
Okay, but can we talk about like the voice acting here? Like that delivery was...
No, sugar.
That delivery was kind of terrible. I ain't gonna lie. But... Bing. That's funny. That's funny. I like that. All right, next up we have the Lux and Samira trailer for 2XKO. Now, this trailer is only 50 seconds long, so I don't imagine that we get to see a whole lot. I'm assuming this is going to be a Lux trailer, and then it's just like Samira showing up at the end. Is what I'm going to imagine, considering this is so short. I would love to see a lot of actual Samira stuff. And again, I wish I would have gotten to see this live, because this is a trailer that like live, I would have been like, oh, okay, Lux, you look pretty cool. And then I probably would have popped off, because I actually did a wish list video with K7 that you guys may or may not have seen. If you haven't seen it, I'll try to link it as a title card at the end of this video. But Samira was a character that both K7 and I had like in our top 10 most wanted. I believe he covered her when we spoke about it, but yeah, she was on both of our lists originally. We combined it into like one list where you each brought 5 to the table. But Samira is a character that like, is kind of like a Dante, Deadpool, gunslinger, hitman, sword character, and you know what I'm saying? So I think she'd be really cool. But take a look at Lux.
Together we'll light up the dark.
And I'll be your beacon when you need it most.
She's like a magical girl kind of thing.
Go!
Design is cool. She's pretty. Oh, did she use a little staff like flying on a broom like a witch? Low-key. I love her animations. She kind of reminds me of Ingrid from Street Fighter 6 a little bit with some of the stuff she's doing right now. Oh, full trailer. Okay, yeah, damn, you get nothing out of this trailer. God damn. Full trailer in fall 2026. My camera's blocking it right now, but okay. So fall 2026, I mean, that's still pretty vague. I mean, that could be, I'm going to assume October as well. Like maybe you'll also get the trailer for that at Evo France, is what I would imagine. That'd be my guess. Well, actually, I don't know, because they had something to show here at Evo, but like Riot don't necessarily always coincide with how FGC's been doing things. They kind of march to the beat of their own drum. But yeah, 6 characters in 1 year is pretty hype. Caitlyn is, I sleep. Akali's sickest character in the game to me. Senna is really cool, but most people feel like she's really underwhelming in terms of power. Thresh is incredibly broken, but he's really cool, so everybody loves him right now. And then Lux and this last character I already know is Samira, right? So yeah, so literally she just pops up.
For the time of your life, I'll make it a grand finale.
graciously. I need that. So yeah, man. Obviously, I've been playing a lot of 2XKO lately. I haven't dropped a ton of content on the channel as of late, but you guys know if you've been following the streams, which if you don't, you should. Link is always in the description down below. Twitch.tv/Sakura. But I was actually part of the Sage Jam Slam for 2XKO, so I was grinding the game a lot, participated in that, and that's part of the reason why I was kind of like MIA a little bit from YouTube for a couple of weeks there in June, because I was focused so heavily on 2XKO. But yeah, so that's pretty dope. Looking forward to it. Lux is a character that I don't think I will necessarily be like playing or trying out, just because, you know, I just 2XKO is a game where like I kind of have my team and I'm just kind of sticking to those two characters. Like Samira, I will. There are characters that, like I said, she was on my top 10 of characters I'd like to see added to the game. So that being said, she probably will be somebody that I try out. Whether or not I actually end up maining her or sticking to her or anything like that, yet to be seen. But yeah. Also, just real quick to note, when it comes to Senna and Thresh, I had a lot of people coming through to the comments and especially to the Twitch streams asking, did I ever try out Senna or Thresh? Will I get around to it? And they released while I was in the midst of like training and practicing and grinding for the Sage Jam Slam. So because I was taking, you know, my training for that seriously, I was focused purely on Ahri because it was a duo event, and I chose to play Ahri over Akali just because Ahri is a much better duo character and better for support. It is a lot less selfish. Long story short, because I got asked a lot about why I was playing Ahri over Akali. And yeah, I was like, I don't really have the time and I can't really afford to try out two characters who I'm not going to play long term and who I'm not going to play in this event. So I just focus on that, and I just never really got around to it. So yeah, while they are super cool and I appreciate them and everything like that, I just, yeah, you know what I'm saying? As for Lux, same thing. Looks cool. Probably not for me. Samira, I hope, is a character that I want to play. You know what I'm saying? But if I have to stick to Akali, Ahri, I'm not mad at that. But yeah, man, so there's that. And like I said, if you want to see me and K7 talk about characters that we'd like to see get added to the game, you can check that out in another video. Next up, we've got Avatar. So we also got this Avatar Legends pre-order trailer, and I believe in this trailer they showed the Year 1 DLC. This game also gives those who pre-order the game the opportunity to vote for the final DLC character. So that's pretty cool. Sokka, Katara, Toph, Zuko. Avatar Legends, the fighting game. So 12 iconic Avatar characters. I'm not an Avatar expert. You know what I'm saying? I don't claim to be. I'm not going to pretend to be. I have seen the entirety of the original Avatar series, and I would even go so far as to say that Avatar was probably my favorite cartoon on Nickelodeon back in the day. That being said, I've never seen Legend of Korra in its entirety. In fact, I've only ever seen the first few episodes of the first season, so I don't really know a whole lot about Korra or any of those characters. And I haven't watched Avatar in a very, very long time. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know Azula and Sokka and Toph and Aang and Katara and Korra and Zuko, and I ain't gonna lie, I have no clue who this is. That's Kyoshi, but I don't. Yeah, so I saw a screenshot of who these DLC characters are. I don't remember who they are off the top of my head, but like, I know some of those characters I didn't recognize in the first place. Rollback netcode with crossplay though, that's always a W. Rank matches, yeah, we know about all this. Katara actually looks really cool. Like, Azula is the character I want to play the most, but Katara looks really interesting to me as well. Samurai Appa skin, that's cool. Exclusive character colors, Year 1 pass. Toph also seems interesting. She was the character that I liked probably the most in the cartoon back in the day when I watched. Then you get the Year 1 pass, 5 characters. So correct me if I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I never seen Korra. I'm pretty sure he's from Korra. I think that's Bolin. Then you get Ty Lee, I could see myself liking a lot, because when I remember, she's like acrobatic kind of girl, like circus gymnastic girly, right? So I think she'd have like really cool movement and a really cool, dope fighting style that I would probably like. Not gonna lie, I have no clue who this is. And then you got Uncle Iroh. And then the 5th character we will actually be able to vote on. My thing is, I thought there was a I thought I saw like a poll or a screenshot. Like, I don't know if like we're just able to like write in a character that we want, but I thought there were characters that we were able to choose from that we wanted to see as that 5th character. but maybe somebody in my chat could fill me in at that. Yeah, so here we go. The fate of year 1 is in your hands. Pre-order Avatar Legends, the fighting game, to secure closed beta access beginning July 2nd at 7 a.m. PT. Later, cast your vote for one of 5 year 1 pass fighters who will earn their place in the roster. Yeah, I have no clue who you are or who you are or who you are. You pretty though, but I don't. Shout out Boomy. I don't know who these 3 characters. All 3 of these got to be Korra characters, right? You know what I'm saying? So the people in my chat saying Amon, is this Amon or is this Amon? So no, I think this is Amon because somebody said that I'd probably like him. I don't know nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? This is Tenzin, right? I think I remember Tenzin. In Boomy, I remember. No clue who these other 3 characters are. I'm not gonna lie. Who I would even prefer out of these 5, I really don't know. Maybe I really gotta sit down and watch Korra, man. Like, I have no reason to believe that I wouldn't like it. Like I said, I really liked Avatar. Like I've seen every single episode of Avatar start to finish. Like I watched it on TV growing up back in the day, and then like years later, I also just sat down and watched the whole thing again through. But at this point, that was shit, probably 10 plus years ago. You know what I'm saying? So it's been a long time since I ever watched Avatar. Like I said, I liked it a lot, but I wouldn't say I'm like an Avatar like stan or like a particularly big Avatar head. Like I said, I never saw Korra. Like I sat down to watch it. I think back then when I sat down and watched Avatar start to finish, I was like, all right, bet, let me watch Korra, because I never watched Korra, and then I watched the first few episodes and it was cool, and then I just didn't follow through with watching the whole thing. Not for any particular reason. I just, you know what I'm saying, it's just one of the things. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you start a game or a book or a movie, you're like, it's cool, and you just don't finish it. That's kind of what I do with Korra, but maybe I should watch it. Hey, someone let me know who's shorted there at the end though. Who this? And then we've got some Guilty Gear stuff as well to take a look at, right? We got the Robo-Ky trailer, which let's go ahead and shout out to my dog Sayu. Obviously, I haven't played Guilty Gear in quite some time.
I picked the right body to rent.
Gotta support my dog though. That's my best friend. That's my best friend. That's not Robo-Ky, that's Robo-Sai. You feel me?
Sorry, long line at the rental shop.
So wait, didn't Venom, right? Doesn't he have like a little mini like Robo-Sai or Robo-Ky in his moveset? Did they acknowledge that at all? Is there any like lore, like funny lines or dialogue that pops up where like they acknowledge that by chance? I think he got a segue. Is that what I just saw?
I don't only want to be some baker's errand boy. That's just a stepping stone. Getting my foot in the door, that's all. Huh? I'm not doing this.
This is such a Sayu character.
You think you can control me? Think again, you dumb male, you moron, bozo sapiens. A perfect physique.
This goofy, this is such a Sayu character too.
Let's see some backbone. Come on, try harder.
Allow me to explain. By forcing this Hercules beetle to work nearly as hard as an entire video game dev team, Robo-Ky can tap into infinite reserves of energy.
Who wants a loser among losers lose a life like that? Pass! Dummy.
Yeah.
Don't forget it.
Oh no, he's hot. You know, I saw a meme going around where it was like Robo-Ky, but instead of Robo-Ky, it was like Kermit the Frog, which is hilarious. And I don't know where that originated and who did it or why, but it's funny that they did that because for those of you who don't know Sai or Alejandro or the artist formerly known as, you know, we're not even going to detonate him, but he's a huge Muppets fan. He fucking loves Kermit. So like that's, I don't know if somebody knew that and did that intentionally or what, because like I said, I don't know who did that drawing and made that meme or whatever, but like I saw that it was hilarious and I sent it to him and I was like, this bro, because like yeah, it's funny. He also voiced Kermit in some videos for Devil Artemis, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, releases July 2nd, so he's out now for people who own the season 5 pass. So that's cool. I wonder, I'm not making any promises, and maybe I shouldn't even throw this out there because I may or may not actually do it, but maybe it'd be cool to like jump back into Guilty Gear for the one time and like do a video with Sai where he like he doesn't play fighting games, and I'm sorry, I don't think he's ever played Guilty Gear, but maybe it'd be funny to like do a Guilty Gear video with him and he's playing Robo-Ky and I just, you know what I'm saying, and I play a character that I don't know how to play and we just mash some buttons and have fun and just goof off. You know, that could be funny. Hey, maybe I could try out Jam, because Jam is a character that I never did get around to playing because I just really don't play Strive that much. Not for any particular reason. It's not like I dislike the game or anything like that. My priorities are elsewhere. I kind of miss it a little tiny bit, but Jam is one of the characters that I played in Excerpt when I was first learning about Guilty Gear and getting into it. I played Jam and Milia a lot, so I wouldn't mind trying her out. Yeah, that's that for Guilty Gear. Pretty cool. So one more announcement that we got this past weekend that certainly shocked me, and I'm sure surprised everybody, is the announcement of a brand new character for Blazblue Central Fiction, which I think actually there was an Arc System Works showcase that happened about 2 weeks ago that I low-key watched on YouTube live as it premiered, not expecting anything. I didn't like stream it. I didn't even record myself reacting to it because I just thought it was going to be about like Damon and Baby and that other like games that they're working on or whatever. I didn't expect there to be anything fighting game related at all. I thought it was going to be everything not fighting game that ArcSys does. Worth noting, by the way, before I forget, that I mentioned before that Arc System Works had a brand new game that they were working on, a new IP that was being revealed at Anime Expo, which day one of Anime Expo, I believe, is today as of this recording. I don't know when you're seeing this video, but it's today. It's this weekend. And there was speculation about it being a licensed anime title since they're doing it at Anime Expo and potentially a fighting game. Who knows? And I had my doubts. I was like, I don't think it's going to be a fighting game. If it is, I'd be hyped. Whatever license it is, I'll probably check it out if it's a fighting game. But it might just be some random anime game of some other genre, right? There was speculation and theories from myself and others that maybe it's a Sword Art Online game of some sort, just because the director who's working on it has been known to do Sword Art Online games in the past. They revealed a game whose name I can't even remember in that showcase that was by that director. So I'm assuming that whatever game they're showing at Anime Expo or talking about or we're learning more about is the game they just showed in that showcase. So I don't think it's actually an anime title or a new fighting game. It's something that kind of looked like SMT. It looked cool, you know what I'm saying, but it's not what people were hoping for. You know what I'm saying? I know people was huffing crazy copium hoping that maybe it would be a Naruto fighting game or just some sort of anime fighting game, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. But yeah, in that showcase, they also revealed, oh, by the way, we're going to be adding a brand new character to Blazblue, which was like what? Like, cause this game is how old, you know what I'm saying? And like, it's not particularly active. It's kind of niche at this point. And listen, Blazblue fans are starved for content, be it a new character, a new game, being part of the tour, like whatever the case may be. And it was like, yeah, stay tuned, more information at Evo. And then Evo comes around and new trailer. So what does this mean for the future of Blazblue? Is there more updates coming to the game? Sorry, I'm losing my voice. I've been doing a lot of talking today. Are there more updates coming to the game? Are there more characters coming? Is a new Blazblue title on the way? Like, yeah, this game's over 10 years old at this point now. Blazblue music is so good. No cap, I don't know if this is a hot take or not. I think Blazblue music is better than Guilty Gear music. Don't get me wrong, Guilty Gear got some banger tracks, but I think generally speaking, I kind of prefer Blazblue's OST. I never played much of Blazblue. I did play it for like a week at one point, trying it out. It was cool. I didn't stick with it. But I like it. If they were to make a new Blazblue, I'd probably give it a fair shot. And yeah, watching this, I'm just like, oh, like, is this going to be some stuff about the tour or something, you know what I'm saying? But that's a whole ass character, bro. Guitar going crazy, boy. Trinity Glassfille joins the roster. So yeah, we don't see, any gameplay or anything like that. I don't know. I don't know too many Blazblue fans, honestly speaking. So I don't know what like the reaction has been to her. I don't know how hyped and excited people are for her. I think more than anything, it's probably exciting for what this could potentially mean for the future of the Blazblue series and the franchise. Like whether that just means that this game is getting more support, or updates or something like that, or a new potential title is on the way at some point. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It'll also be interesting to see like how she looks in the game compared to like all the other characters, since she's being released so much later than everybody else, just in terms of like animations, sprite work and stuff like that. So I don't know, like, it maybe just looks like she just is part of the rest, or maybe doesn't. I bring this up just because like when I think of like DBFZ, right, there's a couple characters in particular like Daima Goku who, you know, got added as a surprise DLC character like much later, that isn't animated the same way as like the other characters on the roster. And to somebody like myself who played the game so heavily, it stands out to me and it's immediately recognizable. But to people who are like more casual, it's not as much. But I don't know if something like that will happen at all with this. Doesn't necessarily matter that much, but just curiosity from my side. But yeah, new Blazblue character. You know, just design wise, visually doesn't look like somebody who's probably gonna play in a way that I would, you know, want to. But I don't play Blazblue anyway, so you know, I ain't gonna sit here and be no LARPer. But you know, she cute or whatever. So that's cool. Whatever announcements they have for Blazblue in the future, though, I'm kind of gonna keep my eye on, because like I may or may not, you know, jump back on Central Fiction for the one time at some point, you know, just to sink my teeth into it and just familiarize myself with the game a little bit more. But you know, I have my priorities right now with 2XKO and Tekken being my main things. Token on the way, Avatar this weekend, the period of that game. So I got my plate pretty full right now. So you know, that's that. But like I said, if a new Blazblue title's coming at any point, I'd check it out. And I think the last thing that we'll take a look at is the Virtua Fighter Crossroads trailer. I've never played a Virtua Fighter, but I've never played a Virtua Fighter game at length. Like I have literally played a Virtua Fighter game before, but like not very much. Let's go ahead and take a look at this.
You guys hear the news? The Bakunawa killer took out another fighter last night.
Yeah, but catch
That
this.
mask kind of
The guy
tough.
wasn't even in the tournament.
Who is that guy? Why were you chasing him the other day?
Ooh. Who are you?
How is this possible?
Gameplay looks solid, I ain't gonna lie. Chokeslam? Bakunawa killer.
喂，佢同我做低佢啊！
So that's that. Releasing sometime in 2027. Like I said, Virtua Fighter, like I don't think it's going to be a game that I really play like that. I feel like to some extent there is an expectation people have of me to like try out basically like every fighting game. And to some degree, I do feel an obligation to try out a lot of games, including some that I wouldn't nor ordinarily maybe even like grab or play, because as much as I love fighting games, I'm not just like a fighting game junkie who just loves and plays every single fighting game. You know what I'm saying? I have the kinds that I like. I have franchises that I grew up playing and stuff like Tekken, and I just, you know what I'm saying? But I've ventured out a little bit more, you know, over the years. Some I like, some I don't, some I stuck to for a bit, some that I didn't. And Virtua Fighter honestly just isn't a game that interests me that much. I get asked a lot about this one. I think just because it's a 3D game like Tekken, people are like, oh, you like Tekken, are you interested in Virtua Fighter? I don't really think they have any correlation or anything to do with each other. I think the only thing that they have in common is the fact that they're a 3D game. But I don't like Tekken because it's 3D. I like it because it's Tekken. So like I'm saying that this very well may be a good game. I'm undecided about whether or not I'm going to try it. But what I'm saying is like, don't expect me to pick this game up and play it. I hope it succeeds. I hope it's popular. I hope it does well. I expect it to be niche though, because Virtua Fighter has just never been like on the level of like Tekken. But yeah, this is a game that I get asked about a lot, which is why I even bothered watching this. It looks cool, you know what I'm saying? Like I just don't know if there's already so much on my plate, you know what I'm saying? And I'm really hoping that Token becomes my main focus, with Tekken 8 being like my side game. That's my hope for, you know, the following year. Like once Token releases, my main focus is going to be Token with Tekken, and then maybe a little bit of 2XKO here or there. And I'm not somebody who's really good at juggling multiple fighting games, you know what I'm saying? And I want to be focused on one game in particular, maybe another game here or there. When this game releases, maybe I'll give it a shot. I don't know, but I wouldn't expect this to be a game that I fall in love with and becomes like a main part of my rotation, or something that I create like a ton of content on, you know what I'm saying? So I only say this just to like kind of temper expectations and to get people to understand that like this isn't a game that like I'm personally like super excited for or hyped up about. Not because I think it looks bad or I think it's gonna be trash or anything like that. It's just I already got the kind of my eggs in certain baskets, and Virtua Fighter is just not a series that like I'm just that invested in. You know what I'm saying? So may or may not give it a shot. I don't really know. But as of right now, like I got my priorities. You feel me? So that's that. I actually forgot about Under Night and Granblue, so we got two more to take a look at. So Zohar, who is a new character being added to Under Night and Birth 2, which I played Under Night. I don't think I ever played Uni 2. I don't remember. I don't think I did. Under Night has some really cool characters. It's a pretty cool game in general. It's just, again, just one of those games that like I just didn't stick to. But most of the characters on that roster I think are pretty dope. I guess I'm blocking the subtitles a little bit. Hold on, let me fix that. You know what I'm saying? Actually, no, wait. I think I did play Under Night 2 because I was playing Lene, I think. I actually did do a sponsor for that game. I had fun with that. At first I was trying to learn Eltnum, and I was like, it's not that she was too hard, but she was too hard to learn as much as I wanted to in time to like do a proper like video playing the game. So I spent like the first day learning Eltnum, and I was like, Lene is like also cool and easier. So I think I ended up playing her. Even though truly, like, if I was really nice like that and committed to the game, I really want to play Yuzuriha, but you know what I'm saying? Because that's who I was learning and playing in Under Night 1 when I was actually like trying the game out for a few days or a week or so. That character is really hard though. She's really hard. But like, if I was actually an Under Night player for real, I'd be playing Yuzuriha. This character looks really cool though visually. Byakuya is also a really cool character. Hilda as well, Gordo. Fun fact, Gordo is one of the characters I originally played in Blazblue Cross Tag Battle when I played that game when it first came out. I mean, summer 2026. I've never dove too deep into Under Night, but I respect the game. I rock with it. I watch it at tournaments here or there. It's a cool game. It's a cool game. It's just, again, I'm just so bad at juggling multiple games, and it's just certain things that only keep my attention for so long. But I think Under Night's a really dope title. You know what I'm saying? I enjoyed my brief time with it when I did play it. You played Seth too, right? Yeah, Seth is another character that I tried out in BB Tag. I think I also tried him out a little bit in the actual game itself. So it was like Seth, Yuzuriha, Gordo, Hyde as well. I think Hyde is also super dope. I played him in BB Tag as well as tried him out in the, you know, actual game. Like I said, Eltnum as well as Phonon. I like Phonon a lot. It's a lot of cool characters in Under Night. I think most characters in the game are pretty fucking cool. But yeah, that's Under Night. And then we've got Granblue Fantasy versus Rising, a game that I played this game more than, well, certainly more than Virtua Fighter. I played this a lot more than Under Night or BB Tag or what else did we just watch? Blazblue. Like the Granblue is a game I actually played a decent amount. Like I got pretty competent at that game. I was enjoying it a lot playing Seox. And then I think I stopped playing that game when Tekken 8 came out, and then like low-key regretted like not keep playing the game because I think this game is still super cool and really sick. But this is I put all my focus into Tekken 8 when that game dropped. But Granblue I think is super, super cool. And it's a game that I could still see myself going back to, honestly. But it's just like, I can only play so many games, you know what I'm saying? But this is another game where like this roster has so many cool characters, bro. And they just keep adding more bangers.
Is this our destiny?
Shout out baby girl, Short Stack, Narmaya, Zoe, yeah, yo, so cool.
Carry on.
That's my dog, Seox right there, boy. That boy right there, that's my boy right there. Belial's pretty cool as well. Or Belial, Belial, whatever you call him. Then we got Not Siegfried. Bro, yeah, bro, this game has so many dope characters.
By limitless possibilities. Thus, 40 fates resound as one.
bar for bar, this has one of the coolest rosters in any fighting game, I ain't gonna lie. This guy's name is Id, right? Yeah. I think I was gonna say Masa in chat, I think he really wanted this character in the game and thinks he's super cool. He does look really cool.
What's wrong? You're mine. Stand down.
I mean, yeah, you give a character a sword, it's going to be more difficult for me to not like them than to like them. Whoa, what the hell? You got a dragon install? What's going on here? This blade is super dope.
World, both azure and phantasmal. Forge your glory in the flames of battle. Grand Blue Fantasy Versus Rising.
I think this is honestly one of the better fighting games out still to this day. It's a shame what happened with the original Grand Blue, just because like that game could have and should have been a lot more popular. But I think at that release, right around the time when like COVID first happened, and since the game's netcode was so bad, that game kind of thrived only offline. And then when you had to strictly play it online, it kind of like fell off. Rising came out, saw another little boom resurgence, still going strong. And I played a lot. In the original Grand Blue, I played Narmaya. I wasn't very good, but I didn't play it nearly as much. I played Rising way more than I played the vanilla version. Had a lot of fun learning that game, playing Lux. I'm pretty sure I put out a decent handful of videos, you know, playing ranked in that game, and I was playing it a decent amount on stream. And then, yeah, I think Tekken came out, and I was just like, I just abandoned it because I was like, you know, Tekken, I was like, that became like my new main thing, and I was really focused on that, and content was doing well. The game was hype, new, exciting, and, you know. And then I just didn't touch Grand Blue anymore. But I be having my days when I'm watching the game and I'm like, damn, dude, I kind of want to jump back in because that game is super sick. But it's just hard. Like playing multiple fighting games is so difficult. And like I'm not really that good of a fighting game player anyways. Like trying to balance and juggle multiple games and hopping from one, especially when they're so different, because like Tekken is so different from Grand Blue, which is so different from like 2XKO, which is so, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's difficult. It's very difficult. I don't know how some of these people are like multi-fighting game champions across all these different like subgenres and shit, bro. Because I'm not built like that. I'm really not. But yeah, it's getting a brand new version, new DLC character Id, new stage, new system mechanic, adjustment system mechanics, character adjustments, new costume, and more. Plus the Switch version, as we just saw, September 17th. So a couple months from now. But yeah, man, like I said, pound for pound, I think this has one of the coolest rosters of fighting games I've ever seen. And like it's especially impressive to me because like Grand Blue is not a series that like I knew about or had any attachment to or investment in prior to that first fighting game coming out, and it still had a slew of characters I thought were super dope. Like so I played Narmaya in the original one, but then in Rising, like I also played Zeta a decent bit and Lancelot. Those were some of the characters I messed around the most, but Narmaya was the one like I really rocked with. And then in Rising, I mostly played Seox, and that was like my main in that game, but I also dabbled with Zoe, as well as, I believe his name is Lucillus when he dropped. I wanted to try out 2B, but I never got around to really learning her when she dropped, because I think by that time I was focused on Tekken. But Yule's another character. She's probably the character I played the second most after Seox, to be honest. And she was a character I considered maining, and I did really like her. But yeah, there's just, like I said, there's a lot of dope characters in that game that I played, and some that I didn't even play. And some of the DLC characters that they added, I think, are really cool too. So shout out Grand Blue, man. Shout out Grand Blue. And I think that will actually do it. I think I think that wraps up all the fighting stuff that I missed out on in the past like week or two. Hell of a lot going on, man. It's a good time for fighting games, I'd say, in terms of like content and updates and things like that. And it's hard to keep up. It's really hard to keep up. That being said, though, that's going to wrap up this video. You guys let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Hit this video with a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already so you can stay tuned for all this content I put on bring you. And with all that being said, that's pretty much all I have today. And remember, let the capital swing the bat. Later.